Senator Baker pointed out a case which seemed to be very offensive and seemed to be an obvious case of hate speech, and yet on the intent clause in Section 319, the person was found not guilty.
Yeah, but that had to do with the situation in which he was questioned by a reporter, as opposed to, somebody giving a speech, whatever it may be. Now, let me say, the same challenges around the character of the speech arise when we're talking about Section 13. Now, as you may know, one of the things that brought hate speech provisions of human rights codes to the fore was the complaint brought against Macleans magazine. Well, the tribunal in British Columbia in that case found that the particular article, a piece by Mark Steyn, did not constitute hate speech. Well, if you read that, and we now know certain things about it, for example, Andras Breivik's reliance on the writing of many people, but including Mark Steyn, one might look at that and say that might well constitute hate speech, even under the criminal code, against Muslims in Canada. So I think there are bound to be difficult issues, whatever is the process, whether it's the criminal code or the human rights process, in determining what counts as speech that is so extreme in character that it constitutes hate speech. The challenge is that bigoted, racist speech is commonplace within our society. And we have more extreme forms that can implicitly be understood, or explicitly sometimes, as calling for extreme or even violent action against the member of different groups. But we have more commonplace forms of stereotyping, insults of different kinds. And for the most part, we have accepted that at least in public discourse, we cannot regulate or restrict those more commonplace forms without involving the government too deeply into the conduct of public discourse. So we draw a line somewhere, and that represents a very significant challenge.
Yes, sir, you were mentioning the Steyn case, but that's, of course, BC law, and that's still going to be in place. And we are talking about federal. I'll go on. Absolutely. I'll go on